Bundesliga transfer news daily. Yo, what's happening, my friends? How's it going? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you lot are all doing well. I really do hope that. I absolutely look knackered, so I apologise for my face. Anyway, welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on Football Therapy where I go across headlines and rags, see what's being said and react to said headlines. Couple of stories I want to talk about today. Christian Pulisic being linked to Germanic giants Bayern Munich. They just won't leave our wingers alone, if you are to believe such stories. Tutto Mercato Web from Italy have spoken about Chelsea's €300 million summer transfer budget, regardless of Champions League football, and Haaland priority. Everything you want to hear in one sentence. Subscribe if you're new, hit that all-important bell notifications icon if you want to show your sweet love to your boy Jan. Please do drop a like, it's helpful. And let me tell you that this video is brought to you by OneFootball. That's right, Chelsea News is sponsored by OneFootball, the only application on your phone you will ever need to keep you plugged into the beautiful game, giving you updates on stories, transfer stories, match fixtures, statistics, results, lineups, everything you'll ever need. You can follow your favourite team and keep up with match alerts. It's totally free. Go check out OneFootball now by clicking the link in the description. Takes you 1 second, so why wouldn't you want to bloody do it? Alright then, let's move on into the first story of today's video and talk about Christian Pulisic. Now, Pulisic was Chelsea's most influential player last season, certainly most influential attacker. Absolute dino boy. Dino boy? He's a very good player. He can almost be talismanic for Chelsea in terms of scoring goals, dribbling, running on the shoulder, being excellent. Like the goal he scored against Manchester City and, Liverpool, scoring in the FA Cup final. Great goals, absolutely super exciting young player. What's he, 22 years old? Super young, super talented, but he's got a dreadful injury record in his career. Now, before Chelsea signed him from Dortmund, Bayern were expressing an interest reportedly at the time, and a couple of reports floating around the media these last couple of days have suggested that they'd be interested in doing so again. Of course, Bayern Munich, the Bavarian team, they've been looking for another winger, and we all know very well how much they were sniffing around Callum Hudson-Odoi for such a long time, so maybe they're going to look for another winger at Chelsea Football Club. I'm going to read from the article I got the headline from to cite some information regarding the story, then give my thoughts on this rumor/story. According to Spanish outlet Todo Fecales, I don't think I said that right, Pulisic is open to a move back to Germany, and Bayern Munich have inquired about his availability. The report goes on to state that the starting price for Pulisic 22 would be around $72.8 million. That's pretty much the same price Chelsea paid Borussia Dortmund for him 2 seasons ago. And he would be the most valuable player Chelsea has to sell this summer to fund Tuchel's rebuild of their squad. Don't know about that one, Chief. Yes, Thomas Tuchel has a relationship with Christian Pulisic, but I'm not sure that's the only reason why this story should be nonsense. I'm not necessarily sure Christian Pulisic would want to go to Bayern Munich. I mean, maybe. He obviously does speak German, he enjoyed his time in the Bundesliga, and Bayern Munich will always be attractive because you get guaranteed domestic titles, and you've got a pretty darn good shot of winning the Champions League as well. Young footballers having an opportunity to win the Champions League in a country they've already played, with a language that they speak, in a league that they know well. I mean, you do think tick, 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 and if really can give Chelsea more money to fund a Tuchel Premier League winning rebuild, you think, but I don't want to see him go. Christian Pulisic's an excellent player, and if Chelsea can sort out his injury problems, they've got an absolute potential superstar on their hands who's already proven he can do it in English football. He can be fast, he doesn't whinge when he gets fouled, he's strong enough, do you know what I mean? He's not like Morata. Christian Pulisic is good. It would be really interesting if there was any truth in this story. Now, there could be. I'm not saying there isn't. It's not for me to say whether a story is true or not. I'm just reacting to the headlines and presenting them to you guys. But Tuchel did come back and says, look, yeah, I know all about Christian Pulisic, and I'm very pleased to have him, and they looked like there were smiles on the touchline making each other laugh. You thought, oh yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. But maybe if Tuchel does have a plan for the squad as a whole and it doesn't afford you know, Pulisic an opportunity, or a good opportunity, to impose himself that much on the team, maybe things will be considered. I guess things will always be considered. Of course, Thomas Tuchel was posed the question recently about Pulisic in his press conference, like, would you consider selling him or something? And he didn't, like, categorically said no and say why, you know, this is absurd, which is one thing that makes you think, But at the same time, he's like, we're not thinking about that. Why would we think about that? We are not thinking about that. So I want to look at, it would be very strange because Chelsea signed Pulisic as a sort of knowing the transfer ban was coming. Remember, they did a deal so he arrives the following summer, and I think they knew that the transfer ban was coming. That's what the rumours were at the time. So there's a little bit of security, knowing that Hazard's probably going to go and they won't be able to replace him. They instilled a deal to bring a dribbly, you know, attacking creative winger in just in case. I don't think they saw him as a long-term successor to Hazard. He's not the Hazard replacement, inverted commas. So maybe now, you know, they can make transfers. They got top 4 that season under Lampard. They've got a new coach. They've got attacking players. Maybe the club would consider selling him, provided they don't make a loss. But I'd be very sad, personally, to see him go, and kind of hope this story is nonsense. So let me know your thoughts, feelings and opinions on that particular story as we move into the next German transfer style story of today's video. Coming from Tutto Mercato Web, originally in Italia. This story is in relation to Roman Abramovich's desire, burning passion, to sign Erling Haaland, a player that we've spoken about a lot recently. Also speaks of a 300 million euro transfer budget, regardless to whether Chelsea achieve Champions League football or not, which is incredibly hard to believe for a few reasons in this financial climate, but I'm going to still cite the article to you, read it out, and give you my opinions on this story. So strap yourselves in and get comfortable. Borussia Dortmund star Erling Haaland is a priority target for Chelsea, according to Tutto Mercato Web. Roman Abramovich has decided the Blues won't be quiet next window, even after the West London club invested heavily last summer. Chelsea's only success in the Champions League came in 2012, and their billionaire owner wants his side to be in a position to compete to win Europe's elite club competition. To help his Premier League side return to the high level in Europe, Haaland is the first name Abramovich absolutely wants. Quote, it is claimed the Russian wants the 20-year-old striker, and his reported release clause of 75 million euros will be activated in 2022 at all costs. I love the way it's always referred to as the Russian, like as a bloody film and he's the bad guy, the Russian. Well, really, he's done so much good for the community, London and Chelsea Football Club, and anti-Semitism and anti-discrimination. So, put some respect on Roman Abramovich's name. Off the bat, yes, I can believe he really wants Chelsea to be at the top echelons of the table again with the elite clubs, because, you know, everything we've seen implies that with his recent spend, even before last transfer window where he spent, you know, 200 million, you know, he was putting money into the club to balance the books out of his own funds prior to that when Chelsea had the ban and stuff. So he's been funding so much money into the club just as people thought he had lost interest, because he really wants Chelsea to be top dog again. Now there's a little bit more to read. I'm going to go through that and give you my opinion. It will be, quote, almost impossible, end quote, for Chelsea to beat the competition for the Norway international signature in 2022. This is why the report states Abramovich would want his side to try and make an attempt for him this summer. Haaland has been in scintillating form for Dortmund, scoring 27 goals in all competitions this season. The website further adds Chelsea will have a huge budget of 300 million euros in the summer, brackets, not only for Haaland, end brackets, even without Champions League football next season. Now, that is incredible. So, of course, next summer, not this summer coming, Haaland's release clause is £66 million, and everyone will be in for him, and he'll have the pick of wherever he wants to go, basically. But only maybe 1 or 2 clubs will be in for him this summer coming, and Chelsea want to make sure they are one of those clubs. Interesting, that doesn't shock me at all. I've actually reported on that before here on Football Therapy, but the 300 million euro transfer budget, which is like, what's that, in 250 million pounds or something? I don't know what the conversion rate is. It's a lot of money. Regardless, to no Champions League football. This is mental. I mean, maybe it's possible if Roman just keeps on funneling money in, but the financial fair play aspect of this, sure, it's been relaxed, but how much has it been relaxed? So the point is, you can just keep throwing 200, 300 million in with no Champions League football revenue to balance your books. To me, that sounds absolutely mental. What wouldn't shock me is if we spent a lot of money in the summer again, because that's what Chelsea do at the moment. But 300 million after not getting top 4, does seem a bit suspect to me. Still, it's nice to hear more recurring articles and stuff regarding Haaland to Chelsea because he would be an absolute dream signing. So, let me know what you think, my friend. Get down into the comment section below and express your feelings on Erling Haaland, Christian Pulisic, maybe back to Germany. I want to hear it all. I'll be down there looking at your comments, giving them hearts, so make sure you do comment, drop a like, share the video, it means a lot. Let's try and get some shares. I'd never get enough shares, so share it. Anyway, I'm done, so enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.